What's the matter?
All righty. Friday.
First time I get to ask how practice has gone for the week, in your estimation, in our view, leading into this game.
I think we had a good week. I think we had a good week. I think we're proud of the guys. It's a AFC championship. I mean, what more do we need to be operating at a high level in practice, practicing hard and playing hard. I've been proud of the guys and proud of the coaches and what we've done this week, and look forward to getting out there on Sunday. And we still got some time left to prepare and fine tune some things and come in tomorrow and then get ready to head to Denver. And from there, just look forward to getting out there and, like I said, playing for the AFC championship.
Do you have a favorite throw from this year when you look back at for the entire season? I talked to some of the receivers and they said, the throw to Diggs along the sidelines in Buffalo. Pop was talking about the one that I think you hit him with in Cincinnati.
Favorite throw? It's hard to think back and pinpoint. My favorites.
Booty said his catch.
Booty though. I think a lot of these are the catch is better than the throw. I think favorite throws. There's a lot of one. I think the ones that come to mind are the ones I wish I had back. That's for sure. Favorite throw. I think just probably the next deep one. Throwing the next deep ball. I always look forward to the favorite one.
Steps at the next one.
Did it? Yeah. So the next deep one or the next first down. So I'll have 4-minute when we get a pass and we finish off the game. Had one to Hunter against Atlanta. Throws like that are kind of the most satisfying when you end the game, or in this case within the season. That'd be pretty cool.
What's it been like having Matt Holland back out there for these practices?
Man, Mac's been awesome. It's been awesome having him back. He's a great player for us. He's been a great player for us all year. Practices hard. He's one of those guys that brings it every day and has ever since I met him. And I know he started off in OTAs and training camp battling a little injury, but from since then, and he's been all gas no brakes, and that's how he is. He's staying running around outside of practice. He's doing all the little things. He's always see him before the games on Saturday nights, drawing every single play up. In the past plays, he does those things, and you can tell why he's so many different teams have wanted him and how he plays at a high level.
For any Mac hacks to deal with the Denver era?
Yeah, Mac hacks. He was just explaining something, talking just a couple minutes ago in the locker room about something in the sauna, wearing some hat that tells you that your head gets tells you, or your mental tells you to get out of the sauna before your body does. So wearing some triangular hat, I don't know what it is.
Not many firsts left in this team's record books after Tom Brady walked through that door, but you never got a playoff win in Denver. The team has never got the playoff win in Denver. What would that mean to you to be the first to lead the?
It would be huge. I mean, just the AFC Championship, chance to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, that'd be huge. Another road environment that's had success in the past. They've had success, since Coach Payton's been there, and they have great players and they got a great team. And I know it's a big time win, obviously. And I think for us just to play to our standard and play to our road, kind of what we've been doing on the road all season long. And I know it's going to be a tough challenge. They got a great team. So we're going to have a tough challenge, but I'm looking forward to getting out there and, looking forward to, getting a chance to possibly celebrate on a away field. Be pretty special.
Drake, on that note, do you feel like you guys have been through a lot on the road together. Do you feel like there are any specific environments that have kind of prepared you to go into a place as hostile as Denver? Like thinking specifically Buffalo on Sunday night.
Yeah, I think both the Sunday night ones. Sorry to interrupt you, but both, Buffalo and Baltimore. Those are two teams in the AFC that are, good fan bases. Big time teams that have done stuff in the playoffs in the past years, and with big time players and great coaches, and they, I think that environment helped us. The Buffalo game was tight, it was ugly in the first half, and the second half was cool, was special. We had to go on a game-winning drive, and the same deal in Baltimore. We were down early, got down, in the second half, and had to, storm back. So we've been on the road, we've been up, and the whole game. We've had times where we had to battle. So what Coach Rabel's been saying, we've seen a lot of things this year, a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different game situations, and I think we're prepared for a lot, and looking forward to what this team's going to show on Sunday.
Drake, 2 weeks ago, you were quarterback without a playoff game. Now you've gone through a couple of weeks and getting ready for the AFC Championship game. What have you learned about being a playoff quarterback that maybe you didn't know that will help you to get ready for Sunday?
I don't know if as much as I didn't know, just what I didn't feel. I think the feeling of the intensity, the pressure, the wanting to win so bad, that's the biggest thing. Everybody on that field wants to win, and I think the biggest thing is just the fan bases, especially our home games. They always talk about the importance of home playoff games. I didn't really understand that till I was in one and understand what the crowd can do and what the feeling like is going to be going on the road in playoff games. Looking forward to experiencing that. And, really, I think just you got to play at a high level. In those few plays you have back, I can think of a few from the past few games I played in that I missed some touchdown throws or missed a guy in a read or put the ball on the ground, little things like that. How costly they can become, and they haven't become before us yet, but they could become down the road of protecting the football and little things like that. How important those things are.
Drake, with the biggest game of your life coming up, how do you block out the noise? Do you try to stay away from seeing the experts talk and all that?
Shoot, I'm not worried about what everybody else thinks. You worry about people in this locker room and this building. It's the biggest game because it's the next one, and I think that's the best mentality for this team, and we've had that mentality all year long. And I've been proud of how we've approached that. I'm looking forward to getting another chance.
What have been your keys preparing for throughout the course of the postseason? Whether it was playing your first playoff game, now going your biggest game on the road, the altitude, which you haven't been accustomed to in the past. How have you gone about making sure you're ready for these types of moments?
I think you just prepare. I think prepare and trust your teammates. I think prepare and trust confidence myself. I'm my type of play style as a quarterback. I'm go out there and have full confidence in myself for the next throw, the next play, the next time I scramble and run, or the next time I do something to try to make a play. I'm gonna have full confidence in myself and trust in my teammates. I think that's the biggest thing going into a game like this. Don't lose sight of that, and don't lose sight of what got you here, and try not to make it as big as it is. And, it's already a big game, so that. So just go out there and do my part, and I think that's what we're trying to preach in the offensive room, especially do our part. And when we're all 11 on the same page, we're pretty tough to stop.
Has it felt kind of like a baptism by fire, just the defensive fronts that you have faced in the playoffs so far, and how has that helped you get ready for the Denver defense?
Yeah, we play some good players really all year long. It's like nowadays in this league, everybody's got an edge rusher or edge rushers or interior guys that you face that are problems and that are going to make plays, and just not letting those plays beat you, and realize that at the same time that when we do have chances to block them, we'll make some plays and make some plays on them. And I think I like our guys up front. They've done a great job all year, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they play and respond. This Sunday, and I'm thinking it's be able to show some great things.
Drake, you're pretty hard on yourself at times. Do you use those plays that you want back, the throws that you want back, as kind of a motivational tool?
I think it's always motivational. Why? What can I do to make that throw the next time, or what can I do to make that play in the next big time scenario? I think that's what pushes great players and what pushes the past athletes, the past great ones in the past. What can I do when it counts the most in the toughest situation or in the biggest moment of the game to make that play? And I think that's what you see in all these famous, whether it's Michael Jordan's Last Dance or all these great time players, or Tom Brady and what he did here, and all these greats of wanting to be in those moments. And I think that's what makes our sport so special, and what makes football so special with my position, where I have the football in my hands, and let's see what I can do.
Mike Vrabel is on record saying that he would cut off a part of his finger for a Super Bowl. Would you sacrifice anything for a Super Bowl?
Well, he doesn't throw the football, so maybe something on the left hand, but
Be a finger.
nah, no, Coach. I'll do a lot for the Super Bowl. I won't necessarily say what limb or whatever Coach is talking about, but no, I think this is what you play the game for, and this is what makes the National Football League what it is. I mean, it's special.
Great. Coach talks about having fun. Do you have a favorite TD celebration you see your teammates pull up?
Favorite TD celebration. My wife was asking me what this meant last night. I didn't really have an answer either. Favorite TD celebration. I always think Hunter's jump spike is pretty cool. I try to give it to the big linemen, let them spike it, and I love seeing them spike it. Other than that, I think one of these times I'm gonna launch the football as far as I can after I score. So see when that shows up. Any other celebrations?
The Superman one against the Panthers.
Yeah, I think Booty. I like what Booty did last week when he just stood up and kind of was looking around. I thought that was cool. Pop's the best dancer on the team. I think he just needs to dance every time he scores. Big Willie in New Orleans hit whatever I don't know what it's called. Who else did something pretty cool? Mac always does something cool. So we got a lot of great celebrations, and the defensive ones, when they all run down, it's tough to beat when the defense runs down and they're all 11 posing for the camera. That's pretty sweet too. So thank you.
Thanks.